come to that. Good riddance. First mistake, last mistake.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat Fahey's Folly.
Come on, Dollface. It's right through here.
Aw, gee, Polly. I ain't never been in a secret gangsta hideout before.
What the? Paulie, you dumb jamoke. What's the big idea? Bringing a dame into our hideout. Into my hideout. Now, relax, boss. She's all right. Ain't you all right, Wendy? Cindy? Yeah.
It's Candy. And yeah, of course I'm all right. I'm just a young, dumb girl in love with a handsome, dangerous man.
Ah, brother. All right, the skirt can stay, but close that door. Last thing we need is...
The Silver Shroud, infiltrating your nefarious lair.
Holy cannoli! It's the nightmare of night! The deceptive detective! The dark thief! Oh, you idiot! You were duped! That's no normal day!
Quite right, custodian of criminality. For I am not Candy, the captivating companion. It is I, the mistress of mystery. I have clouded Polly's paltry perceptions to gain access to your den of depravity.
Sorry, boss. I had no idea.
Your mistake is our gain. Holy is it? Death has come for you, evildoer, and I am its shroud.
Polly, no! Okay, listen. Whatever you want, Silver Shroud. I'll do it. Just don't kill me, too.
Pathetic and predictable when faced with fear. The cocksure culprit.
Oh, you too. Crime fighters? What a laugh. And you call me predictable. You don't got any idea, do you?
Why, the joviality Fahey. I, the Silver Shroud, have got you dead to rights. Persist in this mindless guffaw. The behavior I'd expect of a criminal mastermind.
And you're right. Criminal mastermind? Me? Bub, you're as dumb as that getup. I'm just a pawn in this game, pal. You see? My master, the real master, he pulls all the strings.
You mean
That's right, mistress. This was all just a big distraction. While we were here having our little jaw session, my boss has been at your parlor, stealing back those deeds you took from Mayor Murphy's briefcase.
treacherous toad? You defiled my sacred sanctum. For that, you will feel my fury. Behold the blade of Bastet!
Mistress, no! We needed him alive.
Ha! That was never going to happen. I ain't never been alive, you see.
By the shadows, that Fahey, he's a robot.
Wow. Thank you. Quite the detective.
What?
Too bad
Gonna be
your
a good
career as a
fight.
crime fighter is over.
Be I as you die!
Monster robot!
Here it
Assaulting from
comes!
all angles! Not even the silver shroud can kill what isn't alive!
Watch me, mistress. Watch me.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud. You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, that lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Into the Robot's Den.
That's all of them. Fat Fahey's mobbots have been sent back to the mechanical hell that spawned them.
Yes, my choleric companion. And no, robotic hellspawn they were. But not Fat Fahey's. For he himself presented facts. Someone else is actually...
The master of it all. You're right. But, dearest mistress of mysteries, you and I have battled Boston's rogues gallery for years. This is someone new.
Certainly. But which criminal culprit has the technological know-how to construct such clockwork calamities? I don't.
You don't know anything. Yeah, right. But I do see. And I'll tell you too. On one condition. By the shadowed streets of Selfie, one of the Mobbots' heads is still talking. You know where I am. I can't feel my legs because you shot me a good shroud. But I still got my kiss to see. And I'm gonna use it to tell you where the big boss man is. See? And your one condition. You take my head with you, so I can see you take that creep down. Yeah, what did he ever do for me, huh? Okay, so he created me. Whoop-de-doo. Who needs a father who sends his kids out to die?
Silver Shroud, I sense truth in this clockwork crook. Shall I?
Still here?
Use your blade of Bastet to free the Mobbot's head from its now destroyed body. Do it. Ha! Sweet freedom! Thanks, Dollface! Now tell us, who is your creator? The robotic puppet master pulling your twisted wires? Speak, you decapitated electronic evildoer! That will spoil all the fun. You gotta see for yourself. Come on, let's pay feet to the big warehouse down at Pier 12.
fine, you amoral automaton. War away!
A moonless night and an unguarded skylight. Just what we needed to stealthily infiltrate this warehouse.
Yes, and our view from above is advantageous, for the gathering below is unlike any soiree I've ever seen.
Robots. Dozens of them. All shapes and sizes. And on the stage, their leader. Another robot. No. Not a robot. A man in a robot costume. Shh. Shut up, you dummies. Us robots got good hearing. You gotta get yourselves caught. Now listen. Boss man's about that talk. My robotic children. My glorious creations. We stand tonight at the dawn of a new era. For too long, the human vermin of Boston have destroyed this fair city. The flesh is weak, but steel is strong. You, my children, will usher in a new age, an age of robots, led by me, your father, the Mechanist. The Mechanist. So, evil does have a name. The revolution begins tonight, my precious offspring. But first, let us welcome our special guests for this evening. Silver Shroud and the Mistress of Mystery. What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud. You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, The Mechanist Unmasked.
Dangling over a pit of fire reminds me of our adventure against the Chelsea Maker, mistress.
Indeed, stalwart Shroud.
Time to
But that
die!
malformed murderer
Human
but a
time
perfect
is
comparison to
done!
the malignancy of
This
the
is the
Mechanist.
end of the super mutant!
No, mistress of mystery. What you mistake for evil is actually enlightenment. Only I, the Mechanist, truly understand the folly of humankind. The flesh is weak. Metal is the future of Massachusetts. The only future you have is a long nap in a deep hole, Mechanist. To me, you're just another two-bit hustler with delusions of grandeur. And by the way, you're not fooling anyone with that cheap getup. You're as human as the rest of us.
Stalwart Shroud, glance skyward and see. Our newfound friend, the head of the bodiless butt. And it would seem he's biting through our bindings.
Securing a new route isn't glamorous, but it's still important work. If our runners can't move Synths safely out of the Commonwealth, the whole organization is paralyzed.
Another job done.
Keep assisting Randolph Safehouse. They've got 2 more Synths in there. I don't want to lose them.
Pam wants to talk with you. She's in back.
About to head out. My safe house kiddies need me to make some boons.
Initiating dialogue mode. There is a reliable report of a courser at target location. Recommend rogue variable dispatches the courser.
I'll do it.
End of discussion.
Are you injured?
We'll dig in and hold this position.
Hey there.
Saw some of your work along the trail.
The trail was easy. Just another walk in the park.
Ha! You know it. Listen, you caught us at a shit time. We're still recovering from something I can't get into. We're a man down, though. And if anything Deacon said about you is true, I'd like you on our team.
I'm interested.
Awesome. I think you'll be a good fit. I know Des said we don't got room, but talk to Deacon. I'm sure he's got an angle. He always does.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scully Square.
Just down this alley.
Whoa, now that is some
Well,
armor
well,
Clear.
well.
I've got a
Looks
weapon
like
here for
someone
every
got lost on the
situation.
wrong side of the track.
Hunting, protection,
Let's see what you've got.
purchase a variety.
Tracks. I'm just meeting a friend. No business of yours. Perhaps I'll just call him. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Not so fast, fancy pants. Your wallet and that snazzy briefcase you're carrying. Hand them over, now.
I most certainly will not. Do you have any idea who... Oh, jeez Louise. Why'd you go and do that?
'Cause he could have made us, that's why. You want to spend another stretch in the pokey? Now, let's see what's in this fancy case. Nothing. Papers, no cash, it's worthless. Ah, get his wallet. Suit like this has got to have something.
All right. Let's see. $20, a driver's license. Oh, man. We done it this time. You know who this is? We just wasted Mayor Murphy.
What? The Mayor Murphy? What in the blazes was he doing up here? Up in Scully Square?
A mystery, to be sure.
Who said that? Show yourself.
You have murdered a man in cold blood. Justice must be served.
It's the Silver Shroud. Let's get out of here.
I ain't afraid of the Silver Shroud. You hear me? Come out and I'll do you like I did the mayor.
Death has come for you, evildoer, and I am its shroud.
Ah! No!
My work here is done. Or is it? What brought you to Scully Square, Mayor Murphy? A journey that left you dead and Boston leaderless. Why venture? Emerge from the shadows, villain, or face the justice of the Silver Shroud!
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud.
They must have been crazy challenging Hancock like that.
You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
For it now.
Galaxy News Radio.
Hey, I got your
When
back.
evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, the mystery of Mayor Murphy.
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
Slowly now. Reveal yourself.
Silver Shroud. Fret not, old friend. It's only me.
Mistress of Mystery. What brings you to Scully Square on such a foul night?
Tracking our dear Mayor Murphy, who is up to some mischief.
The mayor. So he wasn't here in some kind of official capacity.
Hardly. Here, let me show you.
You're the
The
contact
contents
H222
of the
was
late
talking
mayor's
about?
case.
Just when I thought one person could only experience so much
Faces
danger.
and deeds for most of the
The
businesses
patient is resting
in
right
Scully
now.
Square.
Were you hoping to say goodbye?
Indeed they
I don't
are,
advise
my
it.
intrepid
He's far
investigator.
past remembering
It would
anything
seem
about
our
his
Mayor
old
Murphy was involved in a rather crooked caper. He was here to meet with some other
Give him many good memories?
malefactors.
Meetings with sexy strangers, that kind of thing?
It's a memory wipe, not a fantasy machine. His new world is very mundane and very normal. Nothing that would draw suspicion. Now, what's your plan for moving him?
Fight Fady, the infamous mob boss. So, you were meeting with Mayor Murphy. But why? Tell me, and you may yet live.
Best listen
Can't he
to
just
my
stay
friend,
here?
Out of the question. You people were the ones who explained to me that the railroad is about movement. That's what keeps you alive. Having a recently escaped sin stay too long in one place is a death sentence for all of us.
It's Shroud.
The plan?
Shroud this crime
Kill everything in
fighter.
my way. That's the plan.
Glad you thought this through.
Later, suckers.
But I don't suppose we have many other options. Malden Metro
Silver
Center.
Shroud,
That's where your
you're
problem
shot.
is. I'm leaving H222 and his future in your hands. Once he's gone, we never had this conversation. He was never
Go
here.
after him.
Before you leave, take the holotape on the table.
No,
It's a personal
we'll let our
message
quarry
for your
flee for
ears
now.
only.
That bullet must be removed. And you're bleeding. Badly.
Must get back to my...
Hush now, Stoic Shroud. I'll take you to my parlor. It is close, and that wound is worrisome.
The parlor. It's been so long.
Indeed it has, old friend. Old love. Indeed it has. And now, we must away.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud.
Sweet Pip-Boy, brother.
You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
Buddy, I gotta be a lot more
Galaxy
high, a lot more drunk. to
News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode in the Parlor of Mysteries.
You step through the gate. You got
Jasmine. Chamomile.
Ooh, you're bad. Can't get enough look.
Ecstasy.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Be still, sweet Shroud. I removed that scumbag slug, but you're sick with fever and still suffering.
Mistress of Mysteries, no. I'm all right. But the mayor, Fat Fatey, we stumbled upon a most sinister plot, old friend.
Ha! No, dear heart. The Shroud stumbled. The mistress maneuvered. I knew of the mayor's misdeeds for many days. I followed him to that fateful meeting with Fat Fahey. I was about to...
Attention! Silver Shroud and Mistress of Mystery. This is Chief Corcoran of the Boston Police Department. We know you're in there.
Hey, Daisy.
Got some good deals. You won't believe what's in the Is It Food or Not section.
Let's see what you have.
Remember, no
It would seem
returns,
that our
exchanges, or
leaving the
death
scene of the
threats.
Saleh slaughter was terribly timed. Incurring the wrath of Boston's finest is an unfortunate and unexpected annoyance.
Unexpected by us, maybe. But perhaps not by Fat Fahey. I'm starting to see into his twisted plan. Damn this gunshot wound.
Look, heroes, we can clear this up. Come out now unarmed. I'll see that you two get the best lawyers in the city.
Excuse my assumption that even the most astute attorney couldn't help us now.
All right, mistress. We
Ever been the
must
killer be killed?
away from your den
Fine looking weapon.
and evade the police.
Looks like we got another
Clear our names and
anywhere else.
take Fahey down.
Every weapon you see?
That's it. We're coming in. Silver Shroud, Mistress of Mystery, hands up for order of the Boston Police.
Chief Corcoran, I am Death's Shroud, but you are undeserved of my terrible justice. Think on my mercy.
Stop or we'll shoot. Men, open fire. Damn it! Where did this mist come from?
Wait, it's clearing. Chief, they ain't here. They're gone.
I was hoping you'd say that, Officer Leibowitz. I was hoping you'd say that.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud. You've been listening to Galaxy News Radio, a wholly owned subsidiary of Galaxy News Network.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat.
Come on.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
Sure, the world may have ended, but why not sit at a desk all day?
Let's see what employment opportunities we have available for someone given your qualifications. Due to increased demands for staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly. Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
Sounds like you need me regardless, so let's get down to brass tacks.
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of sales coordinator. Expect a loquacious future in haggling for military funding. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
No, let's just move it along.
Due to staffing needs, we can forego the orient. Please follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work. Complimentary beverages are provided for employees. Please label any food or cigarettes you leave in the break room. Sales staff are provided with a business suit. The cost of which will be deducted from your first commission. Please take a moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room. The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention and welcome to the team. Please enter the clean room. I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Consequently, staff will not be allowed to leave the labs until the piezonucleic lining project has been completed. Please report to the project lead, Dr. Elwood Wooler, for specific research assignment. Starting decontamination sequence.